Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk about all major movie and television news, breakdowns, theories, and more. I'm Chris, and last night we got the next episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 4, where things got extremely crazy. Now, obviously, if you don't want any spoilers, go ahead and click away, but before you do, don't forget we have a Captain America Shield giveaway that I and Cosmic Warren are doing. All you need to do to enter is subscribe to this channel and to the Cosmic Wonder channel, and make sure to comment in the videos as you watch them. We will be picking a random comment as the winner at the end of the month, so good luck to you. For the rest of you, let's talk about the ending of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it was quite the ending. It left us on this insane moment where John Walker absolutely lost all control and did something terrible, where he took the shield and demolished one of the super soldiers working for the Flag Smashers, killing him publicly and causing a little bit of an issue for him. Now, we don't see the repercussions of this just yet because that was the exact end of the episode, but let me walk you through a lot of stuff that happened before that. Now, the episode picks up right where we left off, and we get an idea of what is going on with the Wakandans and the relationship they have with Bucky, as it does flashback 6 years when Io is actually working with Bucky to become the White Wolf, as they call him, and to clear his mind of these code words and all of the issues he's having. Seems like they were a huge part of his rehabilitation and allowing him to move forward as James Bucky Barnes and not the Winter Soldier. So that was really cool to see, and I hope we get a little bit more of that. But overall, this episode explained a few things to us. So I'll hit you with the main stage highlights. Number 1, we saw Sharon Carter again, and she is still extremely invested in what is going on with the Super Soldier Serum, and she wants it returned so that the Power Broker can get it and Madripoor can remain in normal order. She was even going as far to say as Madripoor was falling into chaos, and the Power Broker is off his rocker, angry because of the loss of these serums. Number 2, Battlestar is dead. The best friend of John Walker has actually met a terrible ending, and it was extremely sad and super tragic to watch, and it pushed John Walker over the edge, and he ended up murdering somebody in plain sight. Number 3, there was only one serum left after Zemo crushed them all with his feet. However, he did miss one, and John Walker found it, picked it up, and stuffed it in his pocket. It was later revealed that he actually ended up taking the serum as he smashed the shield through a wall, bent a metal pole, had hand-to-hand combat fights with super soldiers without an issue, and ultimately ended up bashing one to death in the streets with the shield, which was the absolute craziest moment and the complete ending of the episode. So John Walker took the last vial of super soldier serum and was able to use that power and ability to go absolutely crazy and kill people. So that's kind of a crazy add up there, and I don't even really know how to wrap my head around all of that, but the repercussions in the next episode are going to be insane to see. But obviously Sam is going to end up with the shield, and whether that's because he renounces it because of the way he was acting, or the government takes it away because he can no longer represent America if he's going to be doing public executions like that, it will be interesting to see how that plays out, but that was the big cliffhanger at the end. 4, Zemo is missing at the very end of the episode after there was a huge confrontation in his home with the Wakandans, John Walker, and Sam and Bucky. They ended up losing Zemo as he had escaped from one of the sewage drains in his bathroom. We didn't see him again in this episode, so it's curious to see if we will have him again in this episode at some point, or if this was his big escape and he will be revealed later on after all of the dust has settled. Potentially, maybe even the Wakandans will capture him, bring him back to Wakanda, and that might be a huge scene that we'll see towards the end of the series as well to give us a little bit of closure on what's going on with Zemo. So those are some of the big points of the ending explained, what is happening in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, where the heads are of all of the characters, and it really was a lot to wrap your head around. If you're following up to this point of the season, definitely have a few questions like what's going to happen to John Walker? Will he end up dying by the end of the season, or will he have some other role? Well, this is really kind of the direction they can go with him now that he's taken the Super Soldier Serum, and that is 1, get rid of the character because they can't have a random super soldier running around that isn't attended to, Or, the way I see it, it would be interesting to see him join the Thunderbolts. And if that is the route they're trying to go, and Thunderbolt Ross really is the power broker and he's interested in creating this super team, now he has a super soldier who has been renounced by the US government, and he has the ability to give a redemption arc. So it'd be cool to see him join the Thunderbolts and be involved in that cause, and it would also be really cool to have him continue on since he is a really cool character with a lot of potential, even though right now we're not his biggest fans. The other option would be to kill off the character, and although Marvel is not shy to wasting characters, I think it would be a huge waste of John Walker and US Agent and all of the potential story he could have moving forward. So hopefully there is some remedy for him having taken the super soldier serum and then going completely crazy, because we're all pretty sure he's not going to end up being Captain America. But what is his future going to hold? Well, hopefully that will be an answer, and it won't just be imminent death and the end of a very potentially cool character. Another question you might have is what's going on with Sharon Carter, and I remain on the same theory and feelings about her as I did in the last episode when she was revealed. I think she is either heavily involved with the power broker or she is the power broker herself. She again showed a huge interest in the serum in this episode as she was talking to Sam, and she was going on about how mad the power broker was that it was taken away and that Nagel was dead, and there are no other opportunities to get that super soldier serum, and they need to get it back to Madripoor, which is falling apart. Now, this might be her sharing the power broker's perspective through herself as she is the power broker, or she's working heavily with the power broker who might still be Thunderbolt Ross, and she needs the serum in order to win her pardon so she can return to America and see her family. And although she is a super cool, overpowered character now who is very capable, she did show a little vulnerability when she made her entrance in the last episode and said, I haven't been able to talk to my family. So there is that part of her that still just wants to return home and become normal, and not necessarily just be this power crazy, super capable, awesome character, but maybe just return to a normal life. So those are the options for her moving forward, but that's where I stand in my personal theory is she does have some involvement with the power broker if she isn't the power broker herself already. And more questions that a viewer might be wondering. What is going on with the Wakandans? Are they going to be involved any further? Now, there are only 2 episodes left. There isn't a lot of time to dive into a lot of different spreadaways and breakaways. We kind of have to get ready to close the story down. And word on the street is episode 5 is going to leave us in tears. And that comes from the writers and the director herself. So this is a possibility that we could see, and I don't know that they'll go this route, but Chadwick Boseman in his final moments as Black Panther, because he would have been alive still to record them, and the Wakandans are very involved in this episode and in the series overall. So it would be really cool to see Black Panther one last time before Chadwick Boseman tragically passed, and maybe it's because they've captured Zemo and they're bringing him back to Chadwick or Black Panther in order to either execute him or rain down judgment, however they plan on doing so. So that could be a possibility, and it could be the easiest and quickest way to show us the Wakandans and give them a finalized story arc here and not just leave them on this huge cliffhanger. And finally, a question you might be asking, how does Sam end up with the shield? Does he take it? Is it given to him? What happens? So there are a few directions this could head. One, they just end up taking it from him then and there. When the episode starts over, they attack John Walker, they take the shield, and they dip. Or he renounces it because he obviously isn't worthy to be Captain America. He was videotaped and he's going to see the monstrosity, or he isn't physically able to carry on because he lost his best friend in Battlestar, and that's already a lot of pressure just being Captain America as it is. So it's possible he'll step away from the role. Or third, it's possible the US government will just say, hey, you're not suited to be the symbol of American hope as you're cold-bloodedly murdering people in the streets while people are videotaping it, and they might take the shield away and somehow Sam ends up getting it from them. All liable options for the future, and I'm very interested to see what happens. I'm pretty sure by the end of next episode, episode 5, we will get to see Sam with the shield. I'm still very certain, as are probably you guys, that Sam will end up becoming Captain America by the end of this series, and I'm curious as well to see what happens to Bucky. Does he become the White Wolf, or does he join the Thunderbolts as either a leader or an important character moving forward in that group? I would find it hard to see him working side by side with John Walker if they also decided to go that route, and they have name-dropped White Wolf a few times, so it would be really cool to see him take on that persona and become his own superhero of sorts. But let me know what you guys thought of this episode. It was an interesting, high-packed, high super power film episode, and honestly, it was so much more than words can even describe as you're sitting there watching all of these events unfold before our eyes. Only 2 more episodes left, guys. A lot of surprises down the line, and I'm hoping that we will see the story of Sam Wilson becoming Captain America wrap up very nicely like we did in WandaVision when they put the main focus on her. But it will also be interesting to see what happens with Wakanda, with Zemo, with the Power Broker, with Sharon, and all of these other loose ends that I hope end up getting tied up by the end of the series. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the Cosmic Culture YouTube channel and to the Cosmic Wonder YouTube channel so that you have the opportunity to win this shield giveaway that we are doing, and so you can become an awesome member of our community. Guys, I'll see you in the next video, and thank you so much for joining to the very end. See you on the next upload right here on Cosmic Culture.